Hi, welcome back to day two. As we move through the practice, just remember listen to your body and always do what feels best to you. I am just simply here to guide you. So we're just going to settle back in, coming onto our backs, starting where we left off in video one. Settle in, notice the breath, arms down by your sides, palms face up, allowing the shoulders to sink into the mat. I invite you to scan your body. Notice how you're feeling today, physically, emotionally. Are you holding any tension anywhere? Make any adjustments here to the body to get that much more comfortable. Start to notice the breath. See if you can feel the breath as it enters through the nose. As you exhale, releasing any tension. Again, just breathing in through the nose if this feels comfortable. Noticing the breath and the body. And then drawing both knees into the chest, wrapping your arms around your legs, hugging the knees in, finding a gentle rock side to side. Massaging the low back, placing the feet back onto the mat, taking the knees slightly wider than the hips, and then just taking both knees to one side and then the other, just a little windshield wiper side to side. Feel free to go as fast or as slow as you'd like. Start to open up through the hips. And start to extend the legs out, draw the legs together and reach the arms up overhead for a full body stretch. Start to roll out the wrists and the ankles. And drawing both knees back into the chest. Just find the gentle rocks. Just start to rock forward and back. All the way back up to a seat. And then just finding a cross-legged seat. Sukhasana, easy pose. If this is not comfortable though, you can try extending the legs just straight out. So just finding what feels best in your body. And just start to settle in. You can close down the eyes here or soften your gaze. Taking a moment to set an intention, just a word or feeling to connect with. Coming into the present moment. And then we'll start to come into our orienting practice. Just kind of glancing around the room here, getting familiar with where you are so you can bring yourself into this place in time. So just glancing around your room, maybe finding an object or something in your room that you're presently drawn to, and just fixating your gaze there. Just noticing how you feel. And back to the breath. I'm just going to settle in here. Maybe just a little root down to the sit bones. And close the eyes back down if you'd like. We'll draw the arms down by the sides. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, release the arms back down by the sides. Inhale, reach the arms up. Gaze can follow. Exhale, release. Inhaling fully, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the arms back. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Let's go ahead and draw the hands to heart center. Placing the thumbs onto the heart. Just taking a moment. Coming back to the breath. Moving into some lateral bends. We'll start to plant the left hand down, root down through the sit bones and reach that right arm up. Reaching overhead. That right hip is going to want to try to peel up off the mat. Keep rooting down. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. We'll take it into the other side. Just starting to feel some space in the side body. Inhale, reach both arms up. We'll take it into One more time on each side. Maybe this time start to bend into the elbow. Gaze can come to the hand. You can just keep gazing forward. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. And take it into the other side. Try to spiral the chest open. Breathing. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Now go to interlace both hands or the fingers behind the head, creating a little basket for the head here. Start to draw the left elbow down, reaching the right elbow up. And back to center, taking the right elbow down, left elbow up. Now finding this push-pull here as you're pushing the head back into the hands. Leaving some space in the shoulders, in the middle of the back. No right or wrong here. We're just feeling how we feel. Loosen up. Maybe find some shoulder rolls as we start to move into our tabletop. So taking the shoulders above the wrist, pushing down into the fingertips. Knees are hip distance apart. You can have the toes tucked or untucked, just kind of preference there, whatever feels best in the body. We'll do some cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round through the upper spine. Try to gaze at the belly button. Inhale, sit bones reach up. Exhale, round, drop the head. Inhale, sit bones reach up. Exhale, round. And maybe just finding some little rolls here, some little organic movement as we just start to wake up through the spine. And finding a child's pose when you feel ready. Coming into a child's pose anytime during a practice where you just want to connect back to the breath or any other supportive posture. Taking a breath here. We'll start to move into our tabletop once more. I had socks on before, so I've taken them off as we start to come into our modified bird dog. So taking the right foot back, toes are planted, keeping the core nice and engaged. Push back through the heel. And then we'll start to add on, extending the left arm forward. Option just to stay right here, keeping the core engaged, or start to draw the right leg off the mat. So try not to sink into the low back. Keep the core nice and engaged. Looking forward, maybe the gaze comes to your thumb. And then we'll bring it back to our tabletop. Maybe find a little organic movement, maybe just a little hip side to side. Start to draw the left toes back, pushing back through the heel. And then I start to extend the right arm forward. Opportunity again just to stay there or start to draw those toes off the mat. Engaging the core, looking forward, breathing, exhale, release. Again, just maybe a gentle sway side to side. And just taking a little pause here, give you a little pro tip. So the engagement in your hands is really important. So for instance, you want to be pushing to all four corners of the hands and then also pushing into the fingertips so that they almost start to turn white. And from here, we'll start to move into downward facing dog. So curl the toes, lift the hips. So again, pushing down into the hands. And you want the elbows pointing out. So external rotation of the arms. Release the neck. Maybe bend into the knees. See if you can get the hips up a little higher. We'll start to work towards straight legs, but if the hamstrings are pretty tight, go ahead and bend into the knees. And we're working towards getting our heels flat onto the mat, but they don't need to be there today. So just try to get as comfortable as you can here. We'll go ahead and lower down into child's pose when you're ready. I'm just taking a pause here. You kind of take it out of the arms if you'd like. Reach back towards the ankles. Coming back to our breath. And then slowly making our way back up to our tabletop. Pausing here. Pushing into the hands, curling the toes, lifting the hips, coming back into downward facing dog. Eventually this will feel like a resting pose, probably not today, and that's okay. You want to walk it out a little bit, just get comfortable here. So hanging out in your down dog or just coming back down to a child's pose. And trying that a couple more times. Knowing you can always come to child's pose for rest. And we'll call that good for today. And join me tomorrow. Thanks.